Okay, we got to make a comeback. Can't end on a bad note. All right. So, is this thing working? We got Lee Chess set up. It says I'm offline still. I want to do a little warm up this time too before we get back into Chess 960. Something that helps for me a lot is to look at some games of grandmasters and mix it up a little bit. So maybe look at Gary Kasparov game or a Botvinnik game, or maybe a slightly lesser known player like a Reshevsky game. So let's see, how do I make this thing work? We got streamers. I want to be a Lee Chess streamer. Okay, streamer manager. So I'm listed as a streamer. I am currently streaming according to YouTube. I'm live. No one's watching, but I'm out there. I am still out there. So I just want to get it out there and have fun with it. Let's see. So Lee Chess. Okay, I got that set. Do I need to download the streamer kit? So it's powered by volunteers and donations. Okay. There's a press kit and a streamer kit. YouTube. So is there a particular YouTube kit that I need? What is this? There's an overlay. Oh, that's the Lee Chess
In this
channel.
video, I'm going to show you the user activity feed. The user activity feed will summarize the recent activity for any particular player on Lee Chess.
User activity feed. Okay. So I may need to do a little more research and come back. Let's just make sure we're not live on there. We're live on YouTube, but what about Lee? We're on that. Where's Lee Chess? It's back here. I think I left. Okay. So let's see what streamers. Am I a live streamer? Oh, I'm live. Okay. I'm good. Road to Chess 960 Mastery on opensourceleechess.org. Yeah, it's a really cool site. So, all right, it says I'm live. Is there anyone else live? Why aren't there more people on here, you guys? You guys should be live too. What, you're just using Twitch or something? I just have YouTube so far. So let's do it. All right, I'm live on Lee Chess. So now we got to play some games on 960 and talk about how we win. But first so what I'd like to do is, so for example, Gary Kasparov. Google Gary Kasparov chess games. We got chessgames.com. And let's just look at a random Gary Kasparov game. I'm kind of getting into the groove. Like before I play in a Blitz tournament or something, or any tournament, I like to look at some inspirational players. So let's look at one of his world championship matches. Let's see how he beats Karpov. How about that? Okay, it was 1984, right? That was the first one. And they had a rematch in 86. Let's look at the rematch. I don't think I've ever seen that. Interesting. So they played in 84 and 85, I think, once it was decisive. And then they played again in 86. So what was the score? Oh, it was a close match. I mean, yeah, it's not like Kasparov had an easy time against Karpov. I actually wrote a blog about how I feel like Kasparov learned from Karpov. He was like his mentor. Because at first Karpov was beating Kasparov, he would win a pawn or something and kill his attack and he would win. So how did Kasparov ultimately, reign triumphant over Karpov? I think he learned from him, and then I think it was like the 38th game or something of some number, the 40th game maybe it was, that I feel like he just finally broke him down. And soon after that, I think it was FIDE called off the match, which seemed a bit unfair, but it really took a toll on him, and it shows you the importance of endurance in chess. Okay, let's see. Well, he won. The first win was by Kasparov. This was a Nimzo Indian. Okay, let's see what he does against a Nimzo Indian. 3 knights, it says. It was the sealed move. 41 moves. Sealed moves. Upon seeing it, Karpov resigns. So let's see those. Let's just flip through that. Let me make sure I'm good on that. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Make sure you can see the board. Oh, that's the final position. So it looks like we went to an endgame. Okay. So classical Nimzo-Indian. I was actually showing my student the Nimzo-Indian earlier today. It's a great way to create an imbalance with black right out of the opening. You trade a bishop for a knight often, and you'll get the knights versus bishops. White has the bishop here. You try and shut them down, or maybe double the pawns, and you can work against those double pawns on c4 and c3. So you have the pawn structure imbalance. You have the minor piece imbalance of bishops versus knights. You have maybe white gets more space. There you got that. There's a lot of play there for both sides. Yeah, c5 is typical. I used to play this as black. I like this. d5 is good too. I think that's the Rogozin or something variation. So c5 is interesting too. g3. A little less standard, I think, but that's interesting. He's going to play for the diagonal. Now he's inviting black to take and double up his pawns on a half open file. He doesn't take though. Kasparov calmly develops. Okay, so Karpov just wants to hit him in the center. Kasparov says, hey, I'm going to strike right back and hit your bishop. He takes now. But now that Karpov hit in the center, the doubling of pawns is less relevant because Kasparov's going to undouble his pawns next move. I mean, he'll have a weak c3 pawn, but potentially. But he has those active bishops. His bishop can quickly come to a3 if he wants, or f4, g5. There's so many active options. Where's that knight going? He wants to get into c4 eventually? Yeah, he'd like to sink into c4, I guess. So white controls c4 first. Maybe knight b6. No? I suppose if knight b6, he'll just continue with c5. Knight e7. You can see that bishop right now has a lot of activity, a lot of influence, and the bishop can't really challenge it without getting taken by the knight for now. And e5 might weaken some light squares. So I feel like Kasparov's in the driver's seat. Obviously, he's going to castle soon. There you go. Okay, and Karpov says, hey, this is my one main asset is the fact that I can attack your c4 pawn. He's got to somehow compensate in a way for those two bishops. Because the bishop pair is really strong for white here. It's a wide open, almost completely open board. I mean, you got the diagonal on a3 to f8, g5 might come. Yeah, there's a lot of activity with that dark squared bishop. Interesting. Well, it looks like he's just giving up the pawn. Oh, but of course you could take b7 if you take c4. So he wants to remove that knight. He says, if you take me on b3, okay, I take back with the pawn possibly, securing my c4 pawn that you're trying to attack, and then my rook comes out. Look at the logic in that. He has great logic there. Okay, so he takes. Does Kasparov take b7? Yeah. Well, that just tears open the line even more for Kasparov. He attacks it. He retreats, I'm sure. He wants to undermine that knight. Okay. Well, it's a good back and forth. But notice that the lines are just opening more for those bishops. I imagine that it'll come down to the bishops will exact something. They're gonna squeeze something out of the position. Okay, we attack the knight, come back. Yeah, he's just centralizing. He said, okay, you want to keep on playing Ring Around the Rosie with my queen? See where your knight goes. d6. Wow, look at that. So yeah, literally, just keep on playing a little game here. Okay, queen d3. No more attacks on the queen. Attack on the bishop now. They're really just going back and forth. Okay, what are we going to, how is Kasparov going to complete his setup? Maybe rook d1. He's got to figure out what to do with his bishop. I feel like the bishop can exert pressure on the knight. Maybe bishop a3. Is he going to do that? Yeah. And I can't see the move, so I'm kind of guessing the move. You could try to guess the move too as you're looking through these games. But also you can even just flip through them and feel the flow of logic. You know, just chess is pure logic. Math, basically math symbolized by these pieces. So takes back. He wants to go into an endgame. I feel like the endgame should give Kasparov a little something with that bishop. It's kind of like Fischer always liked to go into the endgame with his bishop versus knight. Yeah, and Kasparov right now has the D file. Karpov has the C file. But that bishop on A3 is really annoying. Strong pressure. So he gets his one asset and he works it. Remember, Karpov's main asset was the ability to attack that C4 pawn. And now Kasparov got rid of that. He allowed some favorable trade. And now Kasparov's got the D file, he's got the bishop, the knight might hop in. A lot of good play. There we go. With tempo, hitting the rook. Hit the rook again. Now it's his turn to bother his opponent's pieces. Okay, knight b5, interesting. So he leaves a2 hanging, but he threatens knight c7, picking up e6, forking e8, rook, and e6 pawn. Interesting. So we call this exchanging imbalances. So maybe I'll always talk. I like Silman's approach. I think it's very useful. So exchanging. Well, other people have talked about that too. I think I actually just read Dvoretsky talked about that too. This fluid exchange of one advantage for another. He talked about it as an advantage. Silman talks about it as imbalances. So you take on e7. Knight takes. What now? Now do we infiltrate? So notice that, now why didn't he take, he didn't want knight c7, but then he gets hit with rook d7. So one way or another, Kasparov is maximizing his pieces, forcing his way in. That should be your default. If nothing else, I say as a tip for my students, if nothing else, just find a way to maximize your pieces. And that's what actually, when I worked with Dimo Werner in Hungary one time, when I was playing in that first Saturday tournament, when I was finally working towards getting that candidate master title. I want to get that FM though, but I'm still working towards it. Lifelong progress, right? Hopefully not lifelong, but throughout life you keep on. Got to have some goal to work towards. But Dimo Werner talked about that. Maximize your pieces. That's exactly what Kasparov was doing. You call it a maximalist approach. Can't go wrong with the maximalist approach. Hey, if it works, it's like take as much as you can get. That should be your default. If you have to settle for less, fine. Yeah, so Kasparov just lands he just ended up an extra pawn. Where was that? So the pawn grab was right here. Now, did he have to give him the pawn? I guess he was afraid of rook b7 and probably doubling on the 7th. But Kasparov's like, cool, I'll just take it. Knight back. Karpov's he's a wicked defender. But still, I guess he didn't ward off that a pawn. You can really learn a lot about defense from Karpov games. You can learn a lot about attack from Kasparov games. But Kasparov, of course, if you want to become you have to be a well-rounded player if you want to become a world champion. There's no world champion that's like just this or just that. Here. Okay, he's just trading down. Makes it easier. Rook and knight against rook and knight with a clean extra pawn. Who knows? Maybe there's some way to draw, but it's not easy. It's not easy being in the position of having to draw this with the pawn down, outside pass pawn. With just rooks, I think it's a draw, but with those knights, it complicates because you can attack the king side too. He just resigned. So it said on the bottom there was some note: the sealed move upon seeing it, Karpov resigned before continuing after they adjourned the game like they used to do. I guess they did after move 40, 41. So after a6, what's going to happen? Well, I mean, if you try and go back with your rook, knight b6 is coming. Yeah, you just can't control it. And also you have like knight e7 stuff. That was nice. Okay, let's play. So we got 3 and 3. Okay, I think what I'm going to try and do is 5 and 5, because then I'll have a little more time to give analysis without. Because last time I got in trouble when I got too low on the clock. I'm not making excuses, but I'm just learning from it that I need to ideally have a little more time. So let's try and get back up to 2,000. Then we'll work 100 points at a time. Got to get back up to. I was almost at 22, and then I'd like to make it up to 2,300 and keep going. All right, so we got maybe okay. Are there any weaknesses? First thing to look for: weaknesses. Queen can't attack that. That's guarded. Okay, so essentially they're starting with like an English with c4. Interesting how the bishops are next to each other. Don't have to move too much. Obviously, I want the center. How should I grab the center? Should we play for the dark squares or contest the light squares? Let's play like sort of. Let's imbalance it a little bit. Play like reverse Sicilian kind of thing. Okay, now we can go f5 and hit c4 with tempo. Maybe provoke d3, which would sort of make the queen inactive. F5 seems reasonable. It's typical structure here. Yeah, I could see something like a G6 setup. This is G6 stuff, maybe D6, maybe C6. So kind of playing almost like a King's Indian setup after F5. Typical close to ceiling reversed. And usually I play on the English side of that. Wait, is he? Yeah, or he or she. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know who you are. Should we take? I will take it. No traps. I fell for a trap grabbing a pawn the other day, and like it was. I thought, oh no, I thought I had a knight fork. It was interesting on the last time I streamed a few days ago. There were like all these knight forks that came up during the Chess tournament. Oh, so it says I'm streaming. Okay, so I'm definitely streaming then. It's confirmed, so they can see I'm streaming. Maybe they're watching right now. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Okay, let's see. I shouldn't give away too many of my thoughts, should I? No, that's okay. The way my view is that kind of like Capablanca. You could just say, hey, look, this is my plan. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to stick to my plan. It doesn't matter if you know what my plan is or not. I'm going to be steadfast in my commitment to my plans, and you will not stop me. And just follow opening principles. Let's not have any loose pieces. Let's protect that, since the queen's kind of eyeing it. Okay, now we really need to move it. But the good thing is that now he can't challenge it on d5. So I'm controlling d5 and protecting the bishop. Now this looks natural. And then the other knight, I suppose, will go to f7 or c6. I would like to get d5 in later. If I can just roll the center, because I got that extra center pawn, may as well put it to use, right? Well, actually, it's c pawn. Okay, let's go d5 and c5. I mean, we have every pawn push is a potential weakness, but I can also just play real solid with like this and like this. Can't go wrong with that. That's my default. But if I have a chance to roll my pawns, I'll do it. Knight b3. Okay, so he's following the principal development. And now look at that. You got to always watch where your opponent's going. So he wants to go here, or I will be gender. I don't know who they are. And so I'll say they want to go here. It's a very ambiguous name. Maybe I am. It's mysterious. Knight c5. Okay. So yeah, that gives me all the more reason that confirms my theory or my kind of that I want to go d6. That this is the good move to do. It's interesting what Magnus said once. A lot of times he's just thinking like for 30 minutes or 20 minutes just to confirm his analysis. You want to confirm it. You want to be sure of your, it's kind of like an experiment. You're performing experiments throughout the game. Each sideline in your head is an experiment in a way. And then you actually test it out. That's the real experiment. Okay, he loosened his knight on b3. That's kind of good. But he wants to kick my knight. And he wants to work on that diagonal. Okay, that was a reasonable move. Should I play a6 or a5 to meet it? Or maybe c6? Then he's still going to hit me on the diagonal. I mean, I could simply just go a5. I like the solidity of a6, though. And then maybe b5 later to open up the b file and hit those weaknesses. a6, a5. I also stop knight b5 tricks. Yeah, I think I'll just play nice and tight. You want to go a5? And then, besides, I want to transfer my knight. That's fine. I'll transfer my knight. And then I'll probably play c6 and control that d5 again. And then we'll kind of get that, we might get that slow build up. Okay, where are you going? He wants to move away, or they want to move away from that. Knight c4. c6. I do want that c6 move. I feel like c6 has to be right. Because I don't want any pieces coming into d5. And I want to shut down their bishop. And the queen. Yeah, c6 seems to make sense to me. I feel pretty solid there. And I'll just play with my extra pawn and, allow it to give me some more space once I push my pawns. Obviously, right now, my main goal is to finish my development and control the center. And find harm. In chess 960, it's interesting because you often have this disharmony, I guess is the word, among your pieces, awkwardness. So you have to sort of solve from the very beginning. You have to figure out, how am I going to coordinate my pieces? How am I going to coordinate my pieces well? where are the weaknesses to attack. I mean, it's really fundamental chess concepts. There's no secret to it, I don't think. Just play chess. Control the center, coordinate your pieces, attack weaknesses. So that's my theory here anyway. Let's test it out now. Let's see if it works. And I'll try to stay up on the clock this time. I think 5 and 5 should be a good format. Not too short, not too long. Okay, here, interesting. You want to go into b6 eventually, huh? All right, I may have to just let you. I'll keep my eye on d7 and keep an eye on it. It may not even be a big deal. Should I just castle here? And I'm always looking for their breaks. I always think, oh, can they push this pawn? 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 Know your opponent like yourself. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. Be like water. Move across the board. Don't be too biased. Don't be too subjective. See both sides clearly. Let's castle. I mean, that move, yeah, I have to look out for that. So obviously the knight could come in here. And then once they, oh, what's that? D6? Oh, okay, okay. You're going to land a knight there. Fine. I'll just move my rook away. So I'll get my queen out of the way so my rook can get out of the way. I mean, in the meantime, I'm just going to keep on doing I'm just going to start building up an attack. So yeah, I'm not going to take it. I'll have to make a small concession. So basically, by moving these two pawns, I did create a weakness on b6. But that's something I'll just have to live with. It's fine. Because as long as that knight can't really do much coordinated with the other pieces, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, you want to take there? All right. Yeah, it's fine. But again, I'm up a pawn. I have pressure in the center. And I'll probably play g6 and knight f7. I think they'll have to, how are they going to unleash g1? Maybe f4? f4 weakens then they'll be the ones that have the weaknesses. I'll just look forward to maybe taking the pawn and getting my rook eventually to e8. I'll probably go like knight f7 and rook e8. Either way, I'll probably do that. That might be my next plan. I can leave this here for now on h8. I can play g6 later. Because I feel like this is more immediate. The concern about the center and getting my rook away from the awkwardness on b8. In other words, I'd rather have a rook activated than a bishop activated because the rooks should have more influence, especially if I can get that e file open, which is why f4 would just be helping me. That would help me. f3 helps me also because it hurts them. It just blocks the bishop. Queen d2. Where are you going? Yeah, if you want to go to g4, okay, that doesn't coordinate anyway. Where are they going? I don't see anywhere that they can really go. Yeah, let's do the knight. Although this is interesting too. If I could come here to here, ooh, that's something to work with. That's a little more deliberate. I like that. Yeah, let's definitely. Once I saw that idea, I saw there's a lot more concrete play. Okay, they did it now. So I kind of want to keep that open. Let's start with g6. So I'll take back with the bishop. I don't want to take back with the pawn because I want the e file for myself. I want to be able to create pressure on the e file. So if they take, I'll probably take back with the bishop. Besides, that would put pressure on b2. I mean, take with the pawn is possible. I like that bishop. Plus, I can make a pawn. Oh wow, the king's in the center. What are you doing? That seems a little risky. Should we take something or just be patient? This one? Yeah, I could take that one. Because I don't want him to take on f5. Or them. Whoever they are. Maybe I am. Yeah, they got me going with that. Very mysterious name. What are you? Maybe I am what? Very interesting person, huh? Let's see. Should we? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do anyway. Just take back with the bishop. Oh, maybe they'll push. Then they kind of have that pawn becomes sort of weakened and blocks the bishop if they push here. I think they should go bishop takes. But then they're opening up the e file. I mean, then I have d5 at will. But remember, I kind of liked the bishop here, and one of the main reasons was because I wanted this, and then maybe hop in at the right moment. Or, oh, then I even could go like bishop here and then knight fork or something. A lot of play there. Oh, well, yeah, this is positionally really good here. Yeah, let's just get the knight out. Controlling that, not letting them challenge my bishop. And now I just feel like I have a positional advantage because there's a weak pawn. It blocks their bishop. I'm just playing this nice and slow, the slow burn. Let's just have a nice slow burn here. King, maybe even king g7 and bishop g8 or something. I like the rook here, though. I like that. That seems like it must be correct. Possibly knight c5 now. Ooh, yeah, especially now. Well, no, hold on. After rook d8. First, we'll throw this in. Now, if they take, I'll take back hitting the queen. But the idea is to go to b3. I'm like, I want that b3 square. And again, you see the knight, it's really not doing that much. I don't really care that much about the knight because it's not, oh, unless it moves and the bishop comes in. Okay, now I actually do have to be careful. But that's why I'm going to go here. Yeah. I should have seen that. Ooh. Okay, that's fine. See, I knew they had some tricks there. That's annoying. No forks for you. Yeah, I don't know. They probably think they're going to win on time, but I got 5 seconds. I'm cool. I'm relaxed about it. No need to freak out. Oh, you want that bishop. That's annoying, though. That is annoying. Okay, well, if you take the bishop, I'm going to open the d file. Actually, then I'll get knight b5 to d4. Okay, that's a bit annoying. That is a bit annoying. Okay. Well, now I hit the queen. Are you going to be able to attack that pawn? Is that pawn going to fall or something? No, I got rook f8. Or should I just go? Yeah, rook f8. There we go. Are we good? Got to be careful here. It's a little risky. Okay, I'm solidifying that. Ooh. Yeah, I think we're cool. He can check. Oh, the rook wasn't even there. I was thinking the rook was there. Now maybe knight, because now it's not with, he doesn't go to queen f6 with check. Okay, now here, you take, I take back, I defend my bishop, and then knight d4 is coming. I want that. That's the positionally correct idea, I think, because you got a pawn on e5, you got a weak square on d4. Let's just make it happen. Okay, I hit the queen. I gotta take back with the rook. I gotta be careful because he got bishop. I saw that. Oh no, I can't take back with. Oh, I messed it up. Did I mess it up? I feel like I'm playing a little sloppy in time pressure. I may have to give up the exchange. What's he doing? What are they doing? Now I have this move. At least I can kick the queen out now. Okay, let's move it. Let's pick up the pace. But I just got to make sure I don't get in trouble here because this is a little risky. A little bit risky. Oh, okay, yeah, because I saw there's some pressure on the diagonal. Oh, I messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up. Okay, we'll have to play down the exchange. It's not so bad actually because there's a lot of weaknesses on the light squares. Oh, there we go. Now we get the knight b3 in. That pawn might fall. Okay, I got to go c4 next. Watch it. I got some weaknesses. I have to be really cautious here. Okay, now he's going to go queen f6. If he goes queen f6, what do I do? Rook back. So I got to anticipate that. Rook back because now I have, if you, yeah, they can take. Because I thought I had bishop h3. Because then they got queen d5 check. All right, let's play it out. Okay, now we're both in time pressure. Let's see. If they go queen d5 check, I might just have to go back. Because if I move, they haven't. No, they don't have any other checks, do they? Oh, yeah, they have that. Okay, fine. So I'm just down the exchange, but I got some play. But I got to be careful here. I misplayed. I hallucinated something. Okay, now queen c6 looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I could still get some play here, though. I hope if they push, that's good. Because then they weaken the diagonal. Okay. How should we play this? Oh, you gave me the exchange back? Okay, now we're equal. How are we going to play? Okay, now it's like, who plays this better? Well, I got a nice pawn there. Let's go back again, I guess. Yeah, why not? Create some mating threats if the rook goes up. Okay, there it is. Well, we win the exchange. Yeah, then it's winning. Okay, I got a little lucky. I kind of misplayed that. And then now it's a winning endgame. Yeah, the rook is too strong there. Okay. Let's say good game. Thanks. Okay, so let's do another 5 and 5. That got intense. Somehow, okay, well, we should analyze that. Let's see. Because that one moment, that one key moment was somehow I went wrong there. Because you got to learn from that. Because that could have been a loss. That was very close to a loss for a minute there. They were definitely higher rated than 14. Well, they were like provisionally rated. Where is it? Profile. See, I had a pretty good run on this day. So I started to move back up again. And then now I've kind of stagnated. And then I had a bad run earlier today. So now I'm like, I gotta get back up there. Okay, where is it? So games. Let's look at this real quick. So yeah, because I felt very optimistic. Well, you don't want to get overly optimistic, but you got to be self-critical. But okay, I was up the pawn. Maybe I put too much stock in that pawn. But yeah, I think maybe I didn't need to let the knight in. Maybe just a5 was a little more solid. Because I see what they're trying to do, so just stop it. Yeah, that would have been simpler. Okay, but I let the knight in. But then I started making, I think I made a tactical error. But yeah, this was a little crazy. They started opening up the line leading to the king. Okay, I think this feels right. I felt good here. Yeah, I mean, they have a potentially weak pawn here. I have a nice pieces blockading that are active. The bishop protects everything and can look down this diagonal, which has weaknesses. It's like a King's Indian, sort of. Yeah, I don't really play King's Indian, but it ended up being like, okay, okay, that was the problem. So I ran this, rook d8 was really the mistake. I think I just need to get away from all this trouble here. Why don't I just go back to d8 or something? What can I do here? Because I wanted knight c5. Maybe I play that as a I give the pawn back. That's an interesting option. What if I just give the pawn back with knight c5? Can I? Oh, I have to go to analysis board. Okay. So I give the pawn back. Bishop. Now, if bishop takes, pawn takes. Let's say they win the pawn. So now we're equal on pawns, but I should have a positional advantage. Oh, and then there you go. So, wow. Stockfish says I'm up like a rook, but it's equal material. That's how strong the position is. I mean, you got a centralized king. Yeah, I felt like there was something with that, with the bishop pair and the open king. Yeah, knight c5 was nice. Let's see, did I think that was the strongest move? Yeah. So, but rook d8 probably radically changes the analysis. Well, now I'm like down. Man, now I'm up like a pawn. How should okay. Oh, well, I guess I just had to let them, because I was like, well, then they're going to fork. And then I have to give up the bishop. Was it not the end of the world? It doesn't look comfortable, though. What do I have there? Still knight c5? Oh, just queen e7. Yeah, I mean, it's good for this bishop is still out of play. This is a target. There's a lot of pressure. If the rook goes back to f1, yeah, just thematic stuff. Strike in the middle and attack the centralized king, and pretty solid position. because you can't really exploit the dark squares, even though they have the uncontested bishop, can't really get there that easily. Especially, well, black has clear initiative here. Yeah, so either way would have been fine. All right, so I misplayed that. That was the key move. That would have been really nice right here. That was kind of, well, I was doing that with the idea of knight c5. I should have been thinking more tactically, more creatively about achieving knight c5 immediately and say, well, look at the second level thinking. Okay, let's do that. What happens if you take it and I give up a pawn? All right, especially since I'm already up a pawn. It's like, it's like you already have that insurance. Okay, let's go. Anyone going to accept? No one's offering this right now. Maybe they know I'm streaming them. Stream their games live. Probably not. Let's see. So we got 2,400 against a 2,147. Playing like a Botvinnik style opening. Okay, if no one accepts, we'll keep an eye out. Maybe I'll do some tactics, and I can talk about a method that I like to use, sort of the forcing move method, and also how to prune the calculation tree a bit. But I wrote a blog about that. It's called a tactics solving checklist. Amazon, chess.com. Everything is on Amazon, right? So I talk about on chess.com a tactics solving checklist you may not have considered. So things to look for. I was talking with my student about this and remembering defensive calculation, overcoming glitches. You find a glitch, and then you find a way to overcome it. You reverse things. You see, oh, it doesn't work this way. I reverse the move order. Simplify complexity. Quiet moves. Well, you look for quiet moves last. So basically, the key thing is, though, to look for forcing moves first. Capture, check, capture, then threat. Then quiet move. First checkmate, obviously, then capture, check, capture, and threat. Okay, so no one wants to, yeah, okay, let's do a little bit of, I guess I'll do on Lead Chess. I'll either do that or chess.com. Or we could take a look. Actually, I kind of want to look at another Kasparov game. Let's see, so that was the first win he had. Did Karpov win? Oh, Karpov beat him. Okay, let's see. Let's see how Karpov beat him next game. So they're doing d4 openings again. Okay. Kasparov likes g6 like Fischer. And usually you'll see Kasparov doing the King's Indian, I think. I think Fischer did a mix of the Grunfeld and the King's Indian. But he goes for the Grunfeld. Bishop f4. I think that's a pretty popular reply even nowadays. Okay, take. Yeah, I think that's the main move. I've seen that a lot. Queen a5, regaining the pawn. Knight e4. Okay, so it looks like he's going to get c3. You have to defend it, or do you? Yeah, I guess you have to play queen somewhere and defend it. Oh, I see. So you get the central pawns, but you get c3. That looks a bit awkward though. Ah, that's there. Yeah. Was this the same game? Like there was a Petrosian game. I think Fischer Petrosian. It might have been the same one during their candidates matches. I think may have been the same line. And this was obviously what much later. This was 86, so decades later. Certain lines just still around. Okay, so we go straight to an endgame. Another endgame, and this time Karpov wins it. So he gets him back. Because Karpov's a very strong endgame player. He wanted his revenge in the endgame. 4, 6, 7. We got 4, 6. So for the time being, white is up a pawn. Okay, pins it. He doesn't give it back to him. Okay, so he's keeping his extra pawn. Interesting. Yeah, that's annoying. So again, we have the imbalance of the two bishops against the bishop and the knight. Obviously a space advantage. And again, we have this doubled pawns that you see like in an Imzo Indian. But this is far more fluid than a typical Imzo Indian. because it's interesting. You'll see the same structures. I talk about that a lot. You'll see the same structures come up in different openings. But obviously, this is not quite an Imzo Indian. But you get the double pawns on the C file, and you get the bishop. Although now it's black who has the bishop pair, but black is down a pawn, so we have a material imbalance. We have the king in the center, which may actually serve white well here, and apparently it did in this World Championship match. Okay, interesting. So E6. He's trying to like break up his pawns. If he pushes, you could get to C6. Does he play C4? Yeah. He doesn't want to give him C6. So he plays C6 himself just to blockade it, and then he secures a passed pawn. Interesting transition between imbalances. So now material is equal again, but he's got these monster pawns, shutting out the dark squared bishop of Kasparov on G7, the king's bishop. I imagine the knight's coming next. Interesting. He just keeps on grabbing space. Maybe he'll win the A pawn too. Okay, he says you're not going to free yourself. You're not going to liberate yourself on the king's side. Okay, F3. He's playing so calmly. F3 doesn't even care about that. A pawn. He goes F3. What's his idea? G4. H5. G4, H5 maybe. Okay, now he goes to the center. Huh. Oh, maybe he was thinking about moving his knight, but didn't want G5 ideas to remove the bishop from the pawn. Let's see if he moves his knight. There he goes. Yep. So now he secures this pawn. And now he's got to turn his attention to the A pawn eventually. He'll probably try and win it. He might win it. Okay, so this happened. He won that pawn. But now, well, I guess Kasparov felt like he needed that counterplay. Come back, secure. Again, he wants to secure. He's overprotecting E5. Maybe G4 is coming. G4, G5 stuff. How can he win the A pawn? He can go knight C1 and hit it. Maybe rook C2 and then knight C1. Oh, just trade off that rook. There we go. So first he kicks the rook back, says, get out of my house, attacks it again. Really nice knight. Yeah, just very tight play. Playing like a boa constrictor. And he'll be up 2 pawns, so he resigned. Okay, interesting. All right, we don't have any. Oh, it said reconnecting. Because I got lost the stream. Am I still on here? Yeah, I'm still on here. Maybe my stream health is not good though. May have to change the settings. So did it reconnect? Let's see, streamer manager. I think it should be good. It might just reconnect. Maybe because I left Lee Chess. Probably that's why. Okay, create a game. Let's try this again. Try and play a little cleaner this time. Does anyone want to try? Oh, maybe I'll have to do 3 and 3. I usually get 3 and 3 or 3 and 2. I like that extra second. Can think a little longer if you get into time pressure. Oh, we got a 3 and 0. I don't want to do 3 and 0. Yeah, I played that guy. He's good, but I need that increment. I need that increment against him. Okay. Any takers? 3 and 3, or should we just play some blitz? Yeah, I want to work on that. Well, maybe I'll do chess.com. I haven't played on chess.com for a while. I can't get somebody. He wants 3 minutes. Now we got 2 minutes. Yeah, these guys want to play fast games. I can't say much when I'm playing that quick. Yeah, I'm not feeling the 2 minutes right now. Let's see if Stefan won. I guess he doesn't like the increment himself. Okay, let's see. Am I connected? Okay, let's do 3 and 2. Do 3 and 2. I'll compromise a second. I'll give it 1 second, see if that changes things. See if we can find a match in the chess market. 3 and 2, anyone? No? I can work on chess.com too. Let's see. Haven't played on there for a little while. Let's see, same one. Hopefully my password is not going to show. No. Okay, I don't think it. Okay. So now we got play. Nobody still? Nope. Ah, we got a challenge. We got a challenge. Okay, he knows I want 3 and 3. Okay, maybe he heard me. All right. Well, let's see. Okay, I can't give away too many secrets then. Wait. Oh, this is regular. Okay, fine. Fine. We want 3 and 3 regular? All right. I'll play the English. Why not? So we're playing casual blitz. Okay, c4, c5. Let's try b3. I think Petrosian played this before. d6. Actually, e6 is annoying. Someone did that. Well, I ended up playing like a reverse Benoni. If you play e6 and d5, it's pretty annoying. What I like is when they go knight f6 and g6, and I take that. Actually, that's a Karpov game where he takes on f6, takes back and weakens d5, and plays bishop g2. Okay, bishop g2. That's the typical setup. I like double fianchettos. Those are always fun. Gives you lots of flexibility. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see if he goes for g6. I don't know if he's watching this. Maybe he knew. If he was watching, he would know that I'm looking for 3 and 3. Let's see. You want to play g6 and let me take on f6? I'll take it. I'll give you. You can have the bishop there. I can take that because the idea is that after you push, if I take it, you take back, and then I get full control. Oops, of d5, and then I can do stuff like this, and just maybe even push the h-pawn. Or just play e3, knight ge2. Okay, bishop f5. Are there any threats? No, I can always play d3. Okay, so he's playing actively. Should I wait him out? d3 is interesting. Yeah, I'll just play d3. I'm just going to play patiently and see. We'll play flexibly, and we won't strike yet. We'll see where he goes. Because in the English, you can do a lot of things. Okay, that's where he went. So now it makes sense to do knight f3 and then kind of try to make that move look silly. He can sack it, but I think I'm comfortable defending against that. But yeah, I remember I played an FM once, and he did this against me, but I did like with knight ge2. It would have been better if I had done knight f3 in that game. So I learned from it. So we'll see. We'll see if that applies here. Okay. Well, if I'm gonna play e4, now seems to be the time to play. No, I mean to play h3 and then e4. Just see, because I'd rather not let him in on h3. I think I could play h3, and then potentially e4, kicking his bishop back. So it's either h3 or knight g5. And knight g5, it's an interesting. No, then he goes h4. Okay, let's do h3. If he goes h4, I either go g4 or I take. I'll probably just take if he goes h4. Let him give me the exchange, and I can castle queenside if I want. Okay, rook b8. What's he doing? Wants b5. e4. I was thinking about e4. We don't need to rush into it though. He's waiting with his bishop. Should we go knight bd2 or knight c3? Okay, let's try e4. So we'll shift the structure now. See where his bishop goes. Okay, well now it's kind of out of play. So I don't have to worry about it. We can castle. Maybe knight bd2. Let's just castle. Because he's pretty far from castling, so we can get some immediate action in the center. Oh, I'm down to 18 seconds. Got to move a little bit faster. But now I kind of thought about my structure and what I want to do with this. Oh, now he does that. Well, now I can comfortably take it. Because you can't even sack the exchange now. You go bishop g6, I'll just take it. Knight d4, I'll probably go back with that and challenge it. Yeah, I'm not sure why he did that now. Oh, he wants that. Well, in the spirit of the last game, should I give him the exchange back? Takes. That's great. Weaken the structure. Okay, I'll give him the. Should I give it back? Yeah, I'll give it back. But to open up the position. Took it, open up the bishop, get my check in. Bit awkward for the king. And then I have the d5 square now. So now I have knight c3. Yeah, he could sack his rook. That doesn't do anything. So now I feel like we ended up with, I could have tried to keep the pawn, but I feel like I have something positionally now. Got some pressure, knight d5 coming, f6 will be under pressure. He comes in with a knight, I come in with my knight. We'll see if we can take advantage of his king. Maybe get the f-file. Maybe I should play f4. Where's he going? Maybe I'll play b4. Just trying to look for different ways to get some play here. Okay, now he sacks. I don't know about that. I mean, we'll just trade queens. I'm used to defending these kinds of positions. I played the dragon a lot. I used to play it a lot, so you get these awkward fianchetto positions. Should we fianchetto? How about this? Knight d4 back. g4, how about? Can we win the g4 pawn? Yeah, we're winning g4. That makes it easier. He goes rook h8, but we take with the queen. I think that should be safe. It's a little risky, but we always have queen f3. I mean, after queen f3, you guard h1. You go even if he gets queen h2 check, you just go king f1, and your queen on f3 will guard. After queen takes, for example, after queen takes g4, queen rook h8, queen takes g4, queen h7, you just go back to f3 and you cover h1. That's the key. Okay, he's hitting this. Here? Yeah. Oh no, I messed it up. I gave him the exchange back. If I give him material back now. Oh yeah. Should I have just taken? It goes this way. Okay, now rook h8. It's a little dangerous. No, but the same idea. No, rook h8 doesn't work, obviously. Okay, yeah, but then again, I'm giving material back. Okay, now did I finally end up with something? No, it's equal again, huh? I think I misplayed it. But positionally, I'm feeling okay here. Because his bishop is not so good. And can I play the endgame? Should I play the endgame with the knight versus bishop? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's see if we can get something out of this. I think we might be able to get something out of this endgame. It's definitely something to work with. Yeah, exactly. Well, he should have gone king e6, and then I was going to go g4, and then like f4, f5. All right, we'll do one more. Okay, that was a close game. Let's see. Developer Tenzin. Sounds like Tibetan or something. Knight f6. c4. Oh, I don't play knight f6. What am I doing? All right, that's fine. I guess we'll play Nimzo Indian. It's been a while. I don't know all the theory, but let's see how it goes. Queen c2. I think c5 looks good. Rapid development. d5 seems to be the way to go. a3. Okay, and then there's that line where you take on d4. Let's just take on c3. Takes. Okay. Now, yeah, I'm definitely out of my element with the Nimzo, but let's see. We can get pressure on the c file. We'll play with that. Try and get some pressure on the c file. So he's got the bishop pair. Yeah, I'm probably not playing this well, this line, but should be solid. Get some pressure on the c file. Knight a5 coming. Okay. Let's get the queen off there. Possibly e5 might come at some point. Like if he plays e4. It looks like we're not playing too much 960. I'll try maybe, yeah, I might try chess.com as well. Here. Okay, let's go here. Getting some pressure on the long diagonal. Okay. That was his idea. He wants to exert some pressure on his diagonal on a3. I think my main prospect here is going to be these light squares. Some c4 stuff, maybe some bishop d5, stuff like that. Maybe the knight hops in at some point. So I think that's where my play is going to come from. But since, okay, his bishop moved. Now should I move? I kind of want to get off that diagonal, obviously. Although I could push immediately if I wanted to. Because if he takes, I could push immediately. Drive him back. Get some initiative going. Oh, that's something. That's something to work with. Because if I don't push, think about what he's going to do. Then he might push himself. You have to seize the moment. But I think I see a tactical opportunity to push. Let's see what he does with it. What would you do if you're playing with white here? How would you play this with white? Would you take the rook? Casey sees my stream. I'm not going to say anything on the analysis on this because this is a I'll say it after. This is a critical position. Let's see what he does. So now you can see that the knight at some point might hop into b3. Now that I have that weak square, he's thinking a lot here. He goes back. Yeah, if he had taken here, I would have taken with the tempo on the queen and then taken back, and then I get 2 pieces for. Or I gotten both his bishops and and then I'd have 2 pieces for the rook, which would be good for me. Okay, but see, now we're getting some initiative. Now I'm in more familiar territory because I kind of played knight f6, but I don't usually do that. I just kind of threw it in. Yeah, this looks pretty annoying for him. Why not? And possibly later on we could do something like this or this and just exert more influence on the diagonal. So we're definitely playing that like, yeah, once I saw the idea of pushing, I'm like, okay, it looked like you're taking away pressure from the center. You don't just want to relieve the tension, but the idea of attacking the light squares, that was the key idea, that I needed something to work with, and that was the idea. And now we have queenside majority too, 3 against 2. So later on we can make a pass pawn. Should we go to the D file? I kind of like that. Seems natural. Possibly rook d5. But we do have to guard the c pawn. Because he's going to go bishop b. Yeah, maybe the c file is safer. It's more concrete, yeah. Possibly knight d5 too, but let's just guard the pawn first and get the rook away. No need for anything too tricky right now. Let's just play solid. But knight d5. Oh, maybe I should have done something more quickly. Because I had that knight d5 chance. Now I'm at a lot. Yeah, you have to strike. Strike when the iron is hot. Maybe he goes f3. Bit weakening for him. But that's typical in these positions. Then I'll go knight b3 though. Now I'll get knight b3 in, and we'll see what happens with that. Oh, he lost on time. Okay, now he's the one in time trouble, not me. But usually people are on here moving too quickly. Unless he wants to do 960. But I want to do, yeah, I want to try and get to 960. I gotta get water break. He wants 5 and 3. Well, I gotta get my 960 in. Oh, we have a 3 and 2. I want to play against a bit higher rated, but he has 3. He's doing 3 and 2. I'll go for it. I'll take 3 and 2. Okay. Let's see. Any weaknesses? Nope. King is really on the queen side. I might want to just castle on the queen side. Okay, let's just move a center pawn. Let's start with this one. Let's do this one. It's almost like playing e4, but on the other side, because the kings are usually play e4 if you want to attack closer to the king side. Well, this is our king side now. It's just on the dark squares. Okay. So he wants to immediately strike at it. How should we deal with that? c6 is weakening. Could make a pawn chain. I'd say this seems most natural. We'll get the queen out later. Okay, he's letting me build up a pawn center. I mean, why not? Basic rules still apply. Now, bishop d3 or knight c3. Well, I think I want to castle. I might want to castle kingside actually, and use my and now I stopped at 5 too. Yeah, let's try this. I might castle kingside. We'll see. Okay, he's weakening his dark squares. It's always good. weakening here in particular, like around here, by pushing his pawn on a light square. So you might want to strike back with f5 or d5. Do I want knight e3 or c3? Let's just play real standard. Knight c3. Okay. Bishop out. Just guarding everything. Okay. Should I castle kingside or queenside? I think castling queenside will help my queen develop more easily. Yeah, let's just do that. And then we can get the rook on e1 here, and then the queen can go to f1 or something. Okay, he attacks this. I don't want to double my pawns in front of my king, ideally. Let's just go here. And he has no pressure here now, so this is solid. Oh, did he just trap his bishop? Yeah, I think he trapped. I mean, I'll have to, it'll be messy. But hey, a bishop's a bishop. Or maybe the knight will take. Should we go for the piece? Yeah, if I get a c pawn or the a pawn. So do a pawn. Now, should I throw in d5? It's kind of interesting to throw in d5 first, and then b4. Because I don't really need to trap the bishop. I mean, it's an option. Could kind of leave it open. Because I have bishop d4 as well. No need to get too greedy. I felt like it was a bit risky. Because you would get 2 pawns for it. Okay, because I feel like bishop d4 looks good for me. I mean, I have some positional edge here. Let's get this in. Oh, he takes with check. That's okay. Take back with the rook. Okay. Now b4. Yeah, let's go for it. And now the queen's shut out of play. Okay, I gotta play quick now. Let's try and make this work with that pawn, with the extra piece. Okay. But I mean, again, it's messy. It's messy. He's getting a lot for it. It's not going to be easy. So this makes sense to go this way to get more protection around the king. Oh, I could have thrown in a bishop check. Yeah, he takes now. Bishop, okay, he goes there. Let's just play in the middle. Okay, here. Ooh, he's got that check. Okay, that seems to be the solid move. Okay, now we'll just trade down. Yep, that's it. Good thing I barely made it in time. I think it got disconnected. Okay, that's it. Now again, a little time on the clock. Okay, will the knights reign victorious? It's a little tricky, but I think if I got to activate my knights a lot. Oh, okay, now it's still tricky, still tricky. I think it should be enough though. Because I got to worry about that A pawn. It's been annoying. But I think I'll get a Zugzwang. I think I lock him down. Yeah, should get a Zugzwang here. Yep, I think so. So he's gonna drop. Yeah, he starts dropping stuff now. There we go. That's it. That's it. Now he goes king a5. I go king c5, making sure he doesn't get any play over there, and then I win the pawn. Yeah, that's game. That's game. Okay, is it still working? Let's see. I think it's still going. Yeah. Okay. New opponent. 3. Okay, so we'll do 3 and 2, 960. See if there's any other. Yeah, there are a few people that wanted to play like 3-minute games or 2-minute games for a bit, but I don't know. No one wants their increment. They just want to play real fast. I feel like you got to have a little increment to think a bit more. And like if you're completely winning, but you only have 10 seconds left, you know, it's like in that position where I was able to finish it off with the 2-second increment. Well, okay, let's try chess.com. So play live chess. So we do 960, 5 and 5. Okay, let's see. Let's see if there are more takers on chess.com at the moment. It's not the most popular variant, but I mean, there are people that like it though. See, it's telling me that I have to play 3 and 0 variants to get matched more quickly. Let's try this. Yeah, I guess nobody. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got a player from India, looks like. Yeah, India, Matin 30. Okay. He wants a draw? I can't take a draw. He can abort, I guess, if he wants. Should we do just develop the knight, stopping d4? And we'll figure out how to handle this situation, depending on what he does. I might go g3 and just play for the dark squares. g3, bishop g2. Get that diagonal. I imagine he might fianchetto his bishop then. I try not to keep this too much symmetry. I don't think I want this. Unless I get this combined with f5 maybe to mix it up. Oh, they had to go. But yeah, I mean, otherwise you're just gonna board it, I think. Okay, we'll see if we get another game. Yeah, still no one over here. Someone wants to play a 1 minute and a 2 minute. Maybe I'll play a quick one, but I'd rather do like 3 minutes with an increment. They auto resign. So, what happened with that? Weird. Oh, we got a game. All right. D4. Any weaknesses? A7 or H. That's weak. H7's weak. So I gotta watch out for that. And he's gotta watch out for it, but it's not a big deal. How about we play this? So it'll block the diagonal and also play like a Dutch style. Oh, now he weakened this. So we'll just play to control that square. And then get the bishop on the diagonal. Okay. You want to give me the bishop pair and open that file? I'll let you take it. Give me the bishop pair, I'll take it this way. So I'll take it this way, which gives me... I have to be careful here, hold on. Because this pawn... But structurally it seems good in terms of the pressure here. But yeah, but tactically you have to be careful. The solid move would be rook takes then. Pawn takes c4. Oh, I have some tactics with knight takes potentially. That's interesting. I want to make this move work. It's a bit, I see there's a little bit of a problem on this pawn. No, he doesn't even go for it. Okay. In that case, well, let's immediately, like I said, let's just target that pawn, and then see that's a backward pawn. And since I took this way, I open the E file and I control this square. It's all about pawn control. Pawn's the soul of chess. So, okay, oh, now he hits it. Well, okay, you can't really take because then you lose this. So it's not a threat anymore. In this case, how about here? But still, if he takes, I'll just take with check. And then his king's in big trouble. He comes here. Okay, let's get the bishop out. Now, ideally, I'd like to go here and hit his queen, so I'll occupy that weakness. So we have an interesting imbalance based on his initial decision to take on f6. I'm not sure it was necessary. Okay, but now we'll just drop this bishop in. Should we go for it? Why not? Okay, what am I going to do with my other bishop? Why don't we generate some more pressure here first? I need that immediate pressure. So that any kind of bishop trade I take it, then I take on e3. Even though I may have won. Oh yeah, see that happened. Okay, now I should have a winning endgame. And I win the pawn on e3. So I see I had to anticipate that. If I didn't anticipate that, then he might have been fine. I mean, I still would have had a little pressure, but now it led to something more concrete. Okay, I have a doubled pawn that doesn't do too much, but it's still an extra pawn. I'll take the extra pawn. Let's see. Now to activate my bishop. How can we use it? Gotta activate it somehow. Yes, now I'm actually behind the development though, so I have to be a little careful here. Rook here, he'll just take. So my rook can swing over. I can come up with a rook. Okay, should we go here? Let's go here. I'll let him push. It'll give me something more to target. And then we go here. There we go. That's the way out. So we didn't have to do anything like castle. We just do the amateur rook lift. Hey, sometimes it's really effective. Okay, I kind of wanted that. So now I double his pawn. Okay, now I have a home for or a future for my bishop. Let's do this. Take. Let's come over. And then I can go c6 without blocking, so everything coordinates. Okay, now we have an endgame. Let's play the endgame. b5. Oh, I need b5. I want to control the light squares, let my king find a path. Let's find a path. Yeah, let's try. His knight would come into c5, but I'll go bishop a7 now. Okay, now I have a path. I need that pathway, see? He has a check, I go back. Take, take. Can I get in? I think so. I also have c5. c5 opens things. Any weaknesses? Not really. I like c5. Yeah, let's do c5 then. Take, we take a check. Just gotta be careful about that pawn. Let's just do this. Now we got 2 connected pass pawns. Yeah, it seems winning. Any king and pawn endgame's winning. Should be. I don't want to give him a protected pass pawn though by taking on b4. But now that was a mistake because now I get to go into c4. Knight e3, I just take it. This is an interesting endgame. But yeah, I think it's winning now. Pretty clearly winning. The bishop sort of corrals the knight here. And now he's going to have to make some concessions. Probably f4 if he goes king d2. f4 seems natural. Yeah, I like that. f4, f3, e4 is coming. But yeah, you can see that my king position is good. Okay, that's a win. That's over now. Yeah, that's just over. Because the 2 connected pass pawns, yeah. So what was the critical point in that game? If I hadn't have done this, I think, because I was thinking about what do I do with my rook in the corner? Okay, that was the way to get in. But yeah, the critical point. So I got the control. I pretty much got what I wanted out of that. Where I got the bishop into that good square. And if he had taken here, then I just take here with check. His king has to move. So it's and then this falls next. So he couldn't really take on f5. Now the key was to play rook here. So understanding this sensitivity to your opponent's possibility. If he had pushed, then it wouldn't have really had too much there. But by going here, now when he pushes, I saw this idea coming. Again, you have to think in your opponent's shoes. Now the capture is good. Win this, and then the second rook comes, and then that helped me more. When I could have even targeted that more, but I think the e5 push, now that I'm here, then you always have the e5 push. But then we kind of lock in the light squares now, so the king has a pathway. That was key to get the pathway. He goes back, but he helped me by going back. Well, there's nothing much to do. Either way, I'm gonna he either takes or he goes back. The key was though he should let me take here, leave his knight there. Yeah, don't take it. Don't take it. Now I have 2 connected pass pawns. So he made a few mistakes in the end game that helped my game a lot. Now if he just leaves it there, if I ever take it, he gets a protected pass pawn. Oh, but then I still probably win. I just cover. I still probably these 2 can push themselves, since you can never take the other one. Probably would still win. Yeah. Or maybe I just don't take it. Maybe I go back and find a new way in with my king. Yeah, should be still winning. All right, let's play one more. Then I gotta get some rest. Let's see. Yeah, someone wants a 2-minute game. Gotta be a little longer than that. Let's try both sides. See who we get. Yeah. Looks like not many people playing right now. We got 17,000 players here. But oh, we got maybe I am. Thank you, maybe I am. Okay, I gotta leave this one then. So it don't get 2 games simultaneously. Okay, we got Sinarasia. Sinarasia. Okay. So this is a weakness, meaning theirs is weak too. So potentially we'll keep an eye out for that, like a queen move or something. How should we play this? Maybe c5? Let's see what happens. Oh, they left. Let's see if they come back. I'm not sure what. Yeah, I don't want to take any draws, but see if they come back. Because yeah, you have like 40 seconds or something to wait until the game begins. So Are they going to come back? Message. God, I'll let them know. And then I have to leave. Leave site. I don't think I want to leave the site. Huh. Call draw. Okay, fine. I'll call draw. Well, why do it? Why lose points? Because they wanted to leave. Let's see. I don't know how long. Maybe after 1 minute. Let's start a new game. All right. Let's do. Let's try a tactic. Puzzles. See if they come back. Nope. Okay. Best move for black. Scan the board, see where the tension is. Rook's looking at a rook. Any forcing moves? There's a knight check, knight check. There's a bishop loose out of here. What do we do? The potential to take this pawn. Nothing too obvious though. Can we do something with this bishop? Knight back. Do they go? No, they didn't move. What should we do here? So forcing moves again. What are the forcing moves? Then I'll look at the forcing moves first, see if there's something obvious. Then I'll look at, just try to understand. Well, ideally you should understand the position, but if you see an immediate checkmate or something, okay. But if you don't see that, let's try to understand it. So we got a loose bishop here. We got pressure on both files. This is met. This is neutralized. This, not really. Potentially we have something on the B file. King is centralized. Doesn't seem like it's susceptible to any attacks. This king can be attacked by the rook. If we can get a rook in here or on C2 or somewhere on the rook coming in, we can attack the king. Knight F4 check. Where is it? There's nothing really there. Okay, so it's I feel like it's something more subtle then. Something we could do with this bishop maybe. Oh, well, since if you take, yeah, okay, it's something around that fork. That's it. So it's the king and fork. So it is a check idea. But does it have to do with taking here? Now, should we take, what's the difference between taking first and taking here? See, so that there's sort of like the issue of reversing the move order comes up. So if we were to take here, they take us. If we take, they take, we get a queen. That's winning. So maybe takes, rook moves, but it might not be as forcing. What if we do rook takes, pawn takes pawn? Now we're threatening to take again. If they take, we fork. That's a tough question. We really have to decipher the difference between taking the rook first or taking the pawn first or some other move order. I don't think so. But if we take the pawn first, because the idea is that if you take, then rook takes. So pawn takes pawn. They take. If we take back, then the rook can take it. That's the thing. And then there's not a check without being taken by the pawn. So if we take, they take, we take here. At least we win something out of that. We get those pawns. And if they take again, then we take here with the queen, and we have a queen and a knight versus the bishop, and a queen and knight versus bishop and rook, so that's winning. So if we take, they take, we take, that's good, but they don't have to take. What else? We have to look at all their options. They can't take with the rook because you take this. Okay? So what if they take? They can't take with the pawn. So oh, that looks good then. Let's try it. Oops. So is it this way then? So this was just a clearer way to do it, huh? Yeah. So what's wrong with the other one? Yeah, it just wasn't as clear, I guess. Takes. Is there something else I can do? Oh, no. Here. Takes. They still can't take it because of the fork. Oh, but then they have stuff like this. And rook checks. It's just not as clear. It's just not as clear. So you want the clear solution. Takes and then take. And if they don't take back, they can't push because you still have the fork. If they don't take back, you're going to win another pawn. Yeah, that's winning. Okay, let's try again. Got to train hard for that Philadelphia International. Look at some more Grandmaster games. Do some endgame training. Okay. So clearly there's some choice. There's some clear candidate moves. Like, do you take this? Do you take this? A lot of things hanging. Looks like it's got to be one or the other. If you take, so let's look at the candidate moves. If you take it this way, you can take this way or this way with the bishop or the pawn. If you take with the pawn, you attack the bishop, which seems good. Because then we're temporarily up a piece. They regain the piece, we get another piece. That seems promising. Whereas if we take this one, then our queen's hanging too. So now we're not even. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, they're up a piece right now. They have 4 versus 3. So this simply regains the piece. This simply regains the piece. So when they take here, oh, they can't take that. What am I thinking? I hallucinated. Okay, I think I'm getting tired now. Okay, so if we take on c6, you just regain the piece, but you're still hitting this, and you're hitting this. Ah, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. And then if they try and take here, that's when you grab the bishop. Okay. So, but before, last time I rushed into it. Before we do it, we got to confirm. So we take here. Now we have three minor pieces for 3 minor pieces, 2 bishops and a knight, 2 bishops and a knight. And they can't do any threat. There's no immediate threats they can make. You can't escape with the bishop and attack something. We got to look for all those options. So yeah, that seems to be simpler. Because whereas if you take here, we still have equal pieces, and our queen's under attack. So they could even like move the queen, and then we have to, deal with this. Okay, wait. Yeah. Oh, hold on. They go here. We take, hitting this. They take. We take 2 bishops for now. Okay, wait a second. But what about this line? We take, they take, we take. And now, for now, things are equal, right? 3 minor pieces, and it's their move. Yeah, so they should be fine. Then they just take the knight back. Just take the knight back. And then you got, in that line, you'd have 3 pieces against 3 pieces. And then they take, we take. Yeah, this looks clear. This looks like it wins the piece. So it takes on c6. And again, they can't take on here because we didn't take with the bishop. We took with the pawn. If bishop takes, we just take here. If bishop moves, we still take there. That should be it. Let's try it. There it is. Okay, so this is the best move they have to save it, but now we simply take another piece, and we get it. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to call it a night. Hopefully we'll get some more takers, probably earlier in the day. Get some more takers at the at 3 minutes and 3 seconds or 5 minutes and 5 seconds. All right. Have a good night.